Hello, I'm Jason Klein. I'm the host of the Comedy on Vinyl podcast. Every day for 2017, I'm listening to a new comedy album. And if you spread the word, hashtag comedy album a day. If you're watching this on Instagram, that is how I just said it. If you're watching this on Instagram, you can watch the full thing on youtube.com/comedy on vinyl. And subscribe, please do. I'm playing catch up because I missed a few days for a number of reasons, most of which is a big equipment overhaul. But I'm kind of cheating on my catch up today, but I've wanted to listen to these for a while. I'm doing the Bickersons and the Bickersons Fight Back, which are two separate albums, but were collected in this, the Bickersons Rematch. And it's cheating in that they're practically the same album. The thing about the Bickersons is, you know, this was an old radio sitcom. This was Don Ameche, Francis Langford they just played a bickering husband and wife. And what you're probably expecting to hear me say next is, well, but of course there's a lot of heart to it. There's not. That's actually kind of what's redeeming about it, I guess, is it's very pure in that this is what we're doing, and this is what it is. It's just insult humor, left and right. The one problem I had, I think, was, I've heard these insults done. This is 90 minutes of stuff that's been recycled since. You can't blame the album for that. But this is stuff you hear on any, like Everybody Loves Raymond, or I'm assuming anything that has Kevin James in it, in which he's, dating or married to a woman. Anytime there's bickering, you can count on that joke having been done in some variation here already. It's to the point where they started to blur together. The one that stuck out the most was Mrs. Bickerson saying something to the effect of how the oatmeal looked, and didn't her mother... I honest to God, this is how much I could follow it, just because it was just insult after insult, which is impressive. And to keep up the energy for, again, that much time is impressive too. But listening to Don Ameche say, "It looks like your mother," it's like, your mom. That's that's as close to, kind of modern, young people writing as you would think you might catch on one of these. I wish I had more to say. It's very hard because, again, I listened to both Bickersons albums in a row. They blended together to the point where it's the same over and over again. The characters, his character is just constantly just stressed out because he's trying to go to sleep, or he's just been woken up, or he's got to go to work. And he's working, and the wife is at home, and while she does stand up for herself, she does constantly whine. And they're equal on some levels, but there's still a whole lot in the way that they're portrayed. He's an asshole. So I guess it's even-handed in that they're both pains in the ass. And the one thing that kind of creeps in slowly is that he's clearly also a drunk. So this feels like... it feels like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf if it were a sitcom. It's not quite biting enough to be that, but it's definitely just over and over and over and over and over and over. And it's getting big, what seem like genuine laughs. But I think these people hadn't heard these jokes before. And that's the other thing, too, is they're very well put together jokes, but they're the same format. And I feel like they were kind of I can't think of the word, but they came up with the perfect version of these jokes here, and we've just heard them a million times. It's a little hard to get that kind of perspective on it. It's fun on that level, and also, I love Don Ameche because I grew up watching Trading Places probably once a month at least as a very little child. Much too early to be watching that. But I love Don Ameche. Turn those things back on! The other quote I do, one of my favorite quotes of this movie, I will not say because it's very inappropriate, but it's so perfect because it's acted so well. And his character, again, such an asshole. Don Ameche's brilliant at playing an asshole, but it's oddly lovable. So there we are. The Bickersons and the Bickersons Fight Back, collected together in the Bickersons Rematch. And they've got these weird little double exposure covers. There's a gatefold with the pictures from the photo shoot and a bunch of liner notes that I'm sure are very interesting. Worth checking out for the sake of history. If you want to see where your favorite bickering couples in sitcoms today came from, give it a listen. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Give us high ratings if you would, please. 5 stars. Leave us a review. That's also very helpful. Subscribe here on YouTube if you haven't already. That would be very great. You can email me, jason@comedyonvinyl.com. You can go to comedyonvinyl.com. You can go to stolendress.com. Where'd it go? I have it every time. Well, not every time. Go to stolendress.com. That's my company right there. Woo, here, let's pretend. Oh, and I dropped it. Anyhow, I'm not even drunk for this one. That's about it. Follow me at jklamm, JKLAMM on Twitter. You can follow at Comedy on Vinyl everywhere. There's an @. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, have a good thing.